I'm a fourth generation Arizona. My family was first here in 1876. And I grew up in a small business family. Always a family business of some type. We spoke about one of those families where you talked about the family business around the dinner table. And I never imagined doing anything other than being my own boss, as my dad constantly told me, son, be your own boss. And so I've always been in small business. I own and operate with two other partners, the Adams Agency, a property and casualty firm on Main Street. We have 20 employees in Mesa. We have 20 employees, most of them at that Mesa location, but we also have an Apache Junction office and a Yuma office. I first got involved with politics because of small business. It's just a quick story. I had spent money for one of those A-frame signs. I have a Main Street business, and I wanted to drive traffic into my agency. And I spent about $200, $250 for an A-frame sign. I thought I had designed it perfectly. I set it out on my property, but nonetheless in front of my building. And within 15 minutes, I looked out there and I was getting a ticket from a City of Mesa code compliance officer. And I run out there and I say, wait, what's going on? And she said, you can't have this sign here. And she wrote me a ticket for about equal to the amount that I paid for the sign. And I couldn't use the sign. And that, for me, was sort of, everybody has a straw that breaks the camel's back. For me, that was it. And I got involved with the only small business advocacy organization at the time, which was the NFIB, National Federation of Independent Businesses. I've been a member of the Mesa Chamber, but never felt like they did anything of significance for my business or small business in particular. So I became a small business advocate for the NFIB. It wasn't a paid position. It was just an occasional thing where I would go down to the state legislature and testify on a bill, meet with the legislator, and that's where I started to cut my teeth on state legislative politics. I learned a lot, and I was surprised at how few people at the state capitol understood small business in particular. You always had representatives from big business and representatives from big government or big unions, but there wasn't a lot of real-world knowledge on small business. You know, people who've actually signed the front of a payroll check and not just the back. And that led to me eventually running for office. And I ran as a small businessman. So it's always been part of who I am and part of who my family is here in Arizona.